and gentlemen, welcome back to your favorite News Channel 10. As always, we promise to bring the truth. No lies, no propaganda, just the naked truth. First, sadly in Japan, nearly 1,400 people have died due to eruption of Mount Asama. Hopefully, there won't be more casualties. Japan, we stand with you. The Emperor, your nation needs its leader. Speaking of sad news, the ship Antelope, owned by the East India Company, was wrecked on a mysterious island. Sad news for the British. Perhaps happy news for those from the Indian subcontinent. To bring some joy and excitement to your news, in France, large balloons capable of carrying humans are flying in the sky for the first time. Magic or science? Scientists call it hydrogen balloons. Perhaps it's time for humanity to conquer the skies. Speaking of conquering, here's our main event of the night. In an unexpected historical event, a treaty was signed in Paris between Great Britain and the former 13 British colonies, now calling themselves the United States of America, officially recognizing their independence from their own settlers. To discuss this, I would like to welcome General George Washington. Hello, General Washington. Welcome to our news. We are glad to have you with us today. I'm glad to be here. Thank you for having me. So, General, tell us more about how the British gained independence from Britain. Could Scotland or Ireland do the same? First of all, we are not British. We are Americans from the United States of America. Secondly, we were tired of the taxes imposed by the British government. We wanted independence and the freedom to enjoy our goods without them being stolen in the name of taxes. We started a revolution, and now we are recognized as an independent nation. Of course, it's your right as the indigenous people to be independent. No, we are not those savages. My ancestors were among the first British settlers here. So originally they were British from the British Isles. Yes, and most of those with you share the same background? That's correct. None of the indigenous people were involved. Why would they be? They were here before the discovery of the New World. True, but we came here, established settlements, and lived here for years. We own this land, owned by British settlers who took it and call it British settlements in the New World. No, it was our right. We came here and built our settlements. So stealing your goods and calling it taxes is wrong, but stealing the land and calling it settlements is perfectly fine? Is that in your Declaration of Independence, General? There's no stealing. This is our land. The only thieves were the British, stealing what is rightfully ours. We wanted independence from Great Britain. When it benefits you, it's necessary. When it harms you, it's forbidden. Is that right, General? You still didn't answer my question. Since this was a British Revolution against the British government, could Ireland or Scotland do the same? Why would they? They are British, we are Americans. There's different. Agree to disagree. Moving on. Now that we are a free nation and a free people, I plan to retire and enjoy life on my farm with my good people, my slaves. So, what will you do now that you have achieved what you fought for, freedom from the British? That's what's written in our Declaration of Independence from the British. All men are created equal. Isn't that in your Declaration of Independence? Or am I confusing it with another declaration? Yes, that's right. Free people in a free nation. A free nation with a free people, correct? Without them, I wouldn't have a farm. Then what do you mean by slaves? Are you saying your farm still has slaves? Let me explain. Free people in a free nation have the right to do what they want with their property, including slaves, without British interference. But aren't they people too? Aren't all men equal and deserve freedom? Or are you a slave too? We inherited this way of life from our fathers and we live with it. And we will continue living with it. British subjects asking for freedom while keeping slaves. Quite the irony, General, don't you think? Thank you, General. Your country's story offers much irony to learn from. Will this new nation, the United States of America, continue to challenge major powers, or will it fade into history? Is it truly a free people in a free nation? Is freedom available to all, or is it a limited edition to some? Will the Scots or Irish follow their cousins in the new nation in seeking independence? And most importantly, is Switzerland real? The answers may already be known, but only time will tell. That's all for today's news. Thank you for choosing News Channel 10. Thank you for choosing the naked truth.